And a very good morning from Metz in France. It's Gordon Bennett TV, our first studio show of the year. I'm Regan Tetlow, and this is Sam Parks, Deputy Director. How are you, Sam?
I'm doing well, Regan. So good to be with you this morning.
So good to be back, isn't it? It doesn't feel like a minute ago since we were here in the studio doing All About last year.
It's been exciting, particularly yesterday with the launch that we had. So it's great to be here with the entire team.
Yeah. What a night. Let's just recap in our mind a little bit how that was. We had everybody there. The field was full. The inflation, did it take longer than previous years? It felt like a little bit longer.
Well, we had a lot more balloons this time than we had last time, but we were a little delayed because of the weather. The winds were just a little brisk when we first started the inflation process, and some of the teams just wanted to wait that out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we did know. We were predicting it last night. Tomatoria was saying by the time we get to do this studio show, the first one of the day, nobody have any idea where everybody's going. They're all spread all over the place. But we have got some great content for you already that's been coming down through the night and the morning. Let's check in with Great Britain 2.
Good morning, everyone, from a picnic basket above France. It's beautiful sky. We're currently heading towards Bust. I would have preferred Boom, but apparently we're tracking towards a place called Bust. Beautiful sunrise. Lots of pockets. I don't know if you can see it. Lots of pockets of mist on the ground. And here is Debbie there. There she is. I think I've had a little bit of sleep tonight. I think Debbie had a little bit of rest before that, but hopefully we'll get some more later each. And there are worse ways, personally, there are worse ways to spend your first night Gordon Bennett gas ballooning than over this magnificent countryside and lighted up towns and just with the mist, and we're at around about 3,000 metres. Yeah, we've got a bit of an oscillation going on. There's our balloon above us and our folded up sunscreen and rain net. The stars in the sky are quite magnificent. Apparently I missed a blood moon while Debbie was flying and I was napping. But otherwise, all going good so far, and we're looking forward to seeing what our the morning brings and what our Met man tells us, and then I think we'll do a bit of a basket tidy when the sun comes up as well. But that's about it from us. So bye bye for now. Oh.
Bye. Sorry.
Oh, and Debbie says bye. There we go. Bye.
Bye.
So the sun is actually rising now. It's already bright, but with a beautiful red sky, the sun's coming up. And with the sun coming up, here is Debbie, hard at work. I've put her to work, given her a job to do, and she is making our morning tea, because we're British, so we drink tea in the morning. So we have a course of Earl Grey, and then less British is my breakfast, which is Taste of Asia, lentil dal from, I don't know where it's from, Penny in Iserlohn, weirdly enough. So yeah, Haymat actually, if that's of any relevance to anyone. But yeah, beautiful sunrise, beautiful pockets of mist in the on the ground, and I have not spotted another balloon. Oh no, there is another balloon. I think, I don't know if you'll see it. Maybe. Yep. There we go, just in the distance here. You won't see it very well, but there is another balloon up in the sky. Without looking at the tracker, I couldn't tell you who it was. But, yeah, all going very pleasantly at the moment. So, sounds like our tea is almost done on our jet boil here. And then we can have breakfast. Ciao, ciao for now.
Britain too, beautiful sunrise there, Sam.
You can actually see look at this shot right here. of some of the breakfast foods that they have. So it's quite extraordinary. But you got to see the sunrise coming up over the French countryside, and he was even able to zoom in on a balloon off in the distance.
Yeah.
It was extraordinary.
Yeah, great friends of the show, Matthias and Benedict there with their gorgeous salmon and cream cheese. Very beautifully positioned with Gordon Bennett 25. If there's a photograph prize for the year, that could be up there. I'll tell you another photograph which would be up there for a great prize.
What's that?
The one from Thomas Hoare last night with the shadow of the team like this, the shadow on the balloon behind. Have you seen it yet?
I have.
Incredible photograph.
Everyone was excited about the launch yesterday.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It was really, really just such a great atmosphere. It always is. It's a beautiful time.
But all the colorful sandbags in the background and the blue sky and just a little bit of the content of some of the ground fog, that was quite beautiful to see this morning.
And Tom there making his breakfast with a jet boil thing coming. Obviously, what you've got in the basket, what safety concerns do we have of what you can use and what you can't use?
Well, where you saw the jet boil was doing the tea this morning is quite lower than the appendix of where the bottom of the balloon is, up above maybe 7 to 10 meters up above where the basket is. So it's quite okay because hydrogen is so light, it's going to go vertical. So you don't have any risk of it coming down into the basket at all.
Brilliant stuff. Well, should we get into it? Should we find out where everybody is and what's going on?
I think it's a good time to do that for the first thing this morning.
Let's get the tracking on the screen, and we can turn around here, Sam, and I'll let you take it away.
You know, we were commenting in the command center earlier this morning that it looked like a basket of tennis balls was just dumped out onto the ground. You can see all the balloons going in so many different directions. Well, what's unique this morning is you can see that some of the balloons, probably 4 of them, started off going to the northwest, and you can see that they're actually doing a U-turn and coming back down to the southeast. Predominantly, the rest of the teams are going to the southeast. You've got some that were actually going off a little to the east to start with, but you can see that they're already starting to take that right turn as they go down more toward the southeast. But it's really interesting because they're all about the same altitude, about 25 to 3,000 meters above the surface. Some of these other balloons were really just hanging in the air. We just noticed earlier that Germany 1 was less than 1 kilometer an hour.
Right.
They're kind of like they're in a holding pattern.
Yes.
And so the strategy of course, is as the sun comes up, they're going to solar, they're going to gain altitude, and the speed's going to kick in. They're going to go southeast.
Incredible stuff. What a day we've got for you. Remember our live shows, 3 live shows a day, always at 10 a.m., 5 p.m. and then 8:30, I believe, is the final one of the night, 8:30 as well. Let's have a look at what's been going on during the night with France 3.
Good night, everyone. It's Saturday morning, 4 o'clock. No, 3 o'clock, at 4 hours that we are flying. And the landscape is quite beautiful with the full moon. Completely quiet. Life on board is good. So you have hello from Violet de Hall and Buzz Leclerc. Well, we wish you a nice night. Ciao.
Bye-bye. And what a great night for Eric and Benoit. They're the reason we're here in Metz from Albuquerque. They won that race over the Missouri River.
They flew almost within 200 miles of where I live in North Carolina. So it was an extraordinary flight. They flew all the way to the East Coast. They're the reason why we're here, and they got to enjoy a beautiful, almost full moon last night. It was extraordinary. We could see the balloons for a long distance from the launch field.
Absolutely incredible. I drove under one on the way back to the hotel. In fact, we were kind of ducking in the van a little bit. I don't know who it was, but it felt like the safety light was quite low.
And well, it was actually because last night, right after they launched, they stayed pretty low. So they were trying to start that trajectory. So some of them were quite low.
Let's get that tracking back on the screen. I mean, Sam, I don't want to push you too hard on predictions and what you think's going on, but can we generalize a little bit about what we think might be happening?
Well, yesterday when we looked at this trajectory projections, we had a northerly route that would go all the way to Great Britain into Scotland, but you could also see that, well, probably the best track was going to be to the southeast, down toward Greece, Serbia, and that part of Europe. So you can see that this is already starting to set up that way. When we really thought that there was going to be a group that would take that UK route, as I mentioned earlier, they're doing a about face, they're going down to the southeast. There's a little bit of an airspace issue today with Zurich, so they've got to make sure that they hit that at the appropriate time. Also, some other airspaces to navigate around, such as Munich. I'm sure they're going to handle that quite well, but today, as the sun is up and they're well above their flight altitude, they're just right now waiting on that fast wind to kick in.
As we get through the shows, we'll be bringing guests from the ATC as well, chatting about how we make sure the airspace is open and any problems they might have there. And last night, with it being a late launch, there was pushing towards Zurich. That could have been an issue at some point.
It could have been. And I think that might have been some of the reason why the teams were low and going rather slow. So they didn't want to get in too much of the fast winds. Their command centers were probably providing some direction in that regard, and I think we see it played out this morning.
Well, we're 12 hours into the flight, up there in those baskets, travelling with the winds. Let's check in now with USA 1 and Noah and Brenda.
Good morning from the basket of USA 1. It is a stunning sunrise. We've got Belgium 1 ahead of us to the east. Geert Piersman and Philippe de Kock, and Brenda's in the bunk here. It's about just after 6 a.m. I think it is, and really beautiful up here. Some low clouds, fog in the low-lying areas this morning. But it is beautiful.
Yeah, thanks, Noah. So with your job now as Deputy Director, and you've got your headquarters command centre here in the hotel as well, how do your days pan out? Are you monitoring? Tell me what's happening.
Well, just as we saw with the trajectories here with YB tracking, our command center, or the event director room, is literally on the other side of this step and repeat behind me. So between the director and myself and the steward, along with the ATC personnel, we take shifts, typically 6 hours apiece. And so around the clock, we have a phone that is monitored at all times in the event that the teams need assistance. ATC is also made aware of any kind of issues that may be arise downstream. So we basically just here to support the teams in any way we can.
Yeah, it's really interesting, actually. I think at some point we might even have a little bit of a look inside the command centre. Some years we've done that. Do you think that's going to be possible at some point?
Absolutely. Just bring coffee when you come.
All right. Have you got a big monitor or a projector for your tracks?
We do. There's a very large screen TV directly on the other side of this wall.
Okay, good. Well, let's catch up with Swiss 2 and get a good morning from them.
Also, good morning, everybody. Just a quick one from the basket of Switzerland 2. I'm Balthasar, and this is...
Good morning. My name is René.
Exactly. And we are now flying at, let me have a quick look, at about 10,500 feet. So we have been climbing now continuously in the night. Obviously, like the other competitors also, except a few ones who try the luck with the north route. And we had a good sleep, I guess. At least I had a good sleep. René?
Yes.
Okay. So nothing much to say. Everything is orderly. Everything works. Technique works. Communication works. We have very friendly ATC officers. We must say, no complications whatsoever. However, one thing needs to be said. This race is consuming ballast. This is a terrible thing. You know, my heart is bleeding. But everything otherwise, I think we are now where we want to be, and our command center in Switzerland is working. They might even get a glimpse of us if they take binoculars from the Jura. Yeah. So, anything to add, René?
Yeah. This morning the breakfast was wonderful.
Right.
And with the sunrise.
Yes, sunrise was nice, exactly. But we have this very high, this high cirrus and cirrus stratus clouds. They cover the sun, so that is not helping us to climb further. That is a bit unexpected, but it is what it is. And that has to do with the humid air, of course, and the approaching front, maybe even already. And let's see what the day brings. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, what a wonderful day yesterday, Sam. A few days back, we were looking at the weather. There was even maybe talk that Friday might not have worked for us. It all came out well.
It really did. The weather forecast couldn't have played out any more differently than what was forecast. Yeah. We had the chance of some really light rain showers that didn't materialize. And the weather officer predicted some gust up to 15, 17 miles an hour, which really came about. But just as he forecast, the winds laid down perfectly for us to inflate the balloons and get them off. We were delayed probably by an hour. We originally wanted to launch the first balloon at 9 p.m. Yeah. We wound up launching at 10 p.m. Made for a little bit of a late evening. I think we were finished by 11:24 to get all those balloons off.
Yeah. And it was a good job. You were happy with the organisers, everything they put together, the logistics, it all worked out very nicely.
Anyone who hasn't organized a balloon event should do it at least one time to have a respect for what all that goes on behind scenes. No, I thought they did an incredible job. There was a very large crowd last night. They had a great balloon glow. The drone show was incredible. The music, everyone was enthusiastic about the launch. It was a great day.
And an airship as well.
Oh, the thermal airship. Yes, that was always nice to see. I actually got some pictures of that. So you had all kinds of different aircraft in the air.
Yeah. Well, let's rewind a little bit to yesterday afternoon as we walked around the field as the inflation was all happening and caught up with some of our special guests, especially from Vernon Balloons. Let's check in with them. So we meet again. Nice to see you. Tell everybody your name.
My name is Benjamin.
I'm Benjamin. You're from?
Ballonbau Werner, company located in Augsburg.
Now, this is a very special balloon now, one of the Fiesta balloons. It's smaller than the other ones. Am I right in thinking they are 1,000 cubic meters and this is about 800?
You're right, it's 1,000 on this side and this is 640.
640, a lot smaller than I thought.
Yeah, no worries.
And do we have other balloons this size or is this a special one?
Yes, we have another Fiesta balloon right there with 640 cubic meter and all others should be 1,000.
Now, am I right in thinking it's going to be Willy Eimers and Sebastian Eimers with this one?
No, this one is with me and Stefan Fischer right there.
Ah, that's a surprise.
Yes.
But the other one is Willy and...
yes, correct.
Okay. Have you flown Fiesta balloon in a Gordon Bennett before?
Not yet. So first time, very exciting. It's going to be a very nice night.
Do you think any chance of you going 2 nights?
No. Not for us, too small balloon, and the plan is to land tomorrow morning.
Okay, and obviously you have no idea where.
We will see.
He has an idea, but he won't talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. And that's the size balloon you have, isn't it, Sam?
It is, yes. I live on the East Coast, North Carolina, so the 1,000-meter balloon is just not conducive for where we fly. Yeah. So we have one very similar to that. Burt Padelt built is 650 cubic meters.
Yeah. Well, 1,000 cubic meters, 640, 650, netted balloons. There's all many different types of balloons. We saw one yesterday on the field, which was a completely different shape than I've ever seen. Let's check in with that.
So, all good.
Is it carbon fiber or what?
No, it's, well, I don't know how much we want to talk about it. But no, it's all right. I mean, in the end, the frame is aluminum and we have a Cordura fabric around it. And some secrets inside of it, but I think it's nothing too special.
Well, it looks amazing, guys. When you land, you can tell me a bit more about it, maybe?
Well, as we already did quite a few landings with it, I think we are pretty sure it will work perfectly.
Yeah. We wish you good flights.
Oh, thanks a lot.
We do have different types of balloons in the Gordon Bennett. As you know, we have the netted balloons, the original style, well over 200 years ago. Then we have our traditional 1,000 cubic balloons. We've just seen the Fiesta balloons, 640 cubic. But this type, I've not really seen this before. And I'm not quite sure how it would perform, to be honest. It seems to have quite a few gaps. I don't think it's going to hold much hydrogen, but who knows? Let's see if it flies like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. But just before that one as well, we saw that new basket which Germany 3 have built there. Very nice, aluminium with the the cover on there. Beautiful. But did you get to have a chance to have a look at that?
I did. I actually spoke to the two pilots about that. It's approximately 35 kilometers, and it really is extraordinary because it was quite light, and it's type certificated here in Germany. So it was quite unusual to see such a light basket, and they kept it under wraps. And of course, I don't blame them for that.
Yeah.
But it's space age technology, and what's really changed about gas ballooning, it is one of the oldest forms of aviation there is, but the new technology has raised it to a new level.
Really has indeed. We have one more bit of action from the skies from Spain, and let's see what they were saying during the night.
Good morning. This is the first sunrise for Team Spain 1. Angel is sleeping somewhere there, and I'm really enjoying the view. Heading to Strasbourg. We'll be back soon. Bye.
Right, so here we are then. The first live show's coming into an end. We have one team already landed, don't we?
We did. About 3:30 local time this morning, Belgium 2 landed, unfortunately in the dark, but they landed quite well. Had a large space to land in. They were concerned about a gas leak.
Right.
So instead of continuing to fly through the night, they picked out a very good landing site, landed safely.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, they've had the experience of the whole day and the launch as well, and this was what happens, right?
Yes, and we're not really sure what happened with the leak. It could have been it's a little bit older balloon. I don't know, but something didn't feel right to the team, so they decided to err on the side of caution and go ahead and land. But we've had two of the other Fiesta balloons that were planned to land this morning. They've already done so.
Right.
But the rest of the competitors are flying high.
You can keep tracking all the action all day long, all night long on live.gordonbennett.aero, and we'll be back with our next live show here for you at 5 p.m. But for now, Sam, it's all up in the air, as they say.
You know, this is going to be an exciting day. We're going to get to see the strategies play out in real time. It'll be a good day.
Yeah, keep checking in, live.gordonbennett.aero, and we'll see you here back in the studio at 5 p.m. We'll see you then.